Yep, I bought another old vehicle. Some would just say it's a 25-year-old family hauler, worn out from trips to the mall, going to soccer games, commuting to work. After all, it's got 237,000 miles. And it ain't pretty. You know, from 20 feet it looks decent, but closer up I see every dent, every speck of rust. We've got faded cheap interior trim. The fabric of the seats smell of some other person's driving the car for those 237,000 miles. Wondering what they're thinking as they were driving. Did they love the car as much as I do right now? And yeah, I know it stinks. It's dripping oil out of the worn out valve cover gaskets onto the hot manifold. I probably need to get that repaired. A former owner put on a bigger pipe on the exhaust. I can't figure out if it sounds cool or if it sounds like I'm driving a rusted out beater. A crazy thing about these third gen 4Runners, they have a cult-like following. This type of vehicle with its 3.4 liter V6 is known for legendary longevity. It's not uncommon for these to go 300,000 or 400,000 miles. As I'm driving this, I feel out the worn out wrapped leather steering wheel, noticing my right elbow hitting the cracked armrest, or noticing the water dripping through the passenger door gasket. I just seem to find a deep sense of peace. This is the vehicle I've wanted for 20 plus years, but never found a reason to buy one. The V6 engine only cranks out 180 some horsepower. A new Camry probably has 20 more horsepower than this does. You certainly can't tow much with this other than a light trailer, not to mention the horrendous 15 miles per gallon gas mileage. It's just simply not big enough to haul more than a couple suitcases with 2 kids in the back. But I now understand why these vehicles go 300,000 miles. I also realize, like many of you out there that drive your cars 300,000 miles, not only does your vehicle need to be reliable to get there, but it also has to be satisfying to drive. The driver's chair actually fits me like a glove. In spite of my middle-aged dad body shape, as I cruise along the highway, the cabin is still utterly quiet, with not much wind noise and hardly a creak or moan from the body. The vehicle seems to hug the road in spite of its exterior looks, which makes it look like it wants to tip over, but it doesn't. And it's surprisingly satisfying to drive. It makes me want to get in and drive it even more. So it keeps going in peace and in quiet. I haven't even turned on the radio since I purchased it. It's almost as if I find a deep sense of peace, my own external happy place. And I know I won't get much bragging rights showing up at any party. Most people see this just as another one of my old cars. And most people probably shouldn't buy one of these. It's missing many of the key safety features of more modern cars. There are no side airbags, no electronic stability control, no Apple CarPlay. It could probably break down at the most unexpected time. But I need to get on with the point of this video. As I sit in silence cruising down the road, remarking at the unexpected feeling I get that it's just an enjoyable vehicle to drive in many ways. I relish in the idea of knowing that I don't have car payments. My insurance is less than $300 for the entire year for full coverage. This vehicle is on the borderline of actually becoming a desirable classic, with many low mileage examples going for over $20,000 US. And since the 4 previous owners already did their fair share of mall parking lot dings, I don't need to worry about where to park. In fact, I've driven some fancy new cars, and always my ego shows up, telling me how cool I think I am, showing up to my friend's house in my new car like I have something to prove, or maybe I'm a little bit better than them. I now have the urge to put some money into the vehicle. The engine isn't very strong, but it doesn't smoke, and the transmission still shifts flawlessly. I must fix the leaking gaskets. I'll probably get to the junkyard to find a seat that isn't torn. Maybe I could bring this back to better than I bought it condition. But I've come to the question of this video that I cannot seem to answer. Why do I love driving old cars? And maybe I've already revealed that. For me, there's a sense of satisfaction provided by not worrying, not caring about what other people think, that gives me a deep sense of peace. Or maybe it's the satisfaction that there are enough support groups online that can help me solve just about any issue this vehicle has. Or maybe it's knowing that I'm driving a really cool looking 25-year-old rig. Or maybe it's just a challenge to prove that I can get a vehicle to 300,000 miles. Or maybe this vehicle is done depreciating, there's a chance it could go up in value. Or maybe I just need to stop asking questions and enjoy this moment in time and my new to me ride. So the main question, if you've made it this far, why do you like driving old vehicles? I'd love to see your comments below, and see you on the road. Thanks for watching.